my channel. I hope your year has been going great so far. Today I'll be showing you how to make a front twist gown with side slit. It's an easy tutorial, so sit back and enjoy the video. But before we get started, I would like to say a big thank you to all my subscribers. I wish you all the best this year. If you are just seeing this video or have not yet subscribed, please do well to support me by subscribing to my channel, share, like and leave your comments. I'll appreciate that a lot. This is the fabric we'll be working with. It's a velvet fabric and it has stretch only in one direction, so make sure the stretch lays horizontally on your dress. The fabric has been placed on fold, and to get the measurement of the fold width, the first thing is to get the measurement from your mid-back neck through the shoulder to your arm. So just place your tape midpoint behind the neck to any point on the arm you want the slit to stop. The measurement you get will be the measurement you will use to place your fabric on fold. Next, draw a starting line about an inch away from the edge of the fabric. From that line, measure the shoulder to waist length and add half an inch for joining allowance. I have a total of 15.5 inches. Also, from the starting line, mark shoulder to hip measurement. I have 25 inches. I'll mark it. Do the same on the opposite sides. Then you can connect the points together. On the starting line, mark half of your shoulder measurement. Mine is 7.5 inches. Mark and go down by about an inch and mark. Using a neck width of 3 inches, mark on the starting line away from the center fold. You can use any width you like for your neck. Connect the 2 points together, extending the line all the way to the end to form both the shoulder slope and the sleeve. From the point on the shoulder slope, measure downwards your armhole length and mark it. I'll be using 7.5 inches. Then connect both points together with a straight line. After that, draw a perpendicular line to form the chest line. Then, from the starting line, impute the shoulder to bust measurement. I'll be using 10.5 inches. I'll mark 10.5 inches on both sides. Then I'll connect the points together to form the bust line. Don't forget to extend the armhole line. We will now impute the horizontal measurement. Place a quarter of your bust circumference measurement plus 1 inch side seam allowance and mark. Transfer the same measurement to the waistline. So I'll mark 10 inches for mine. On the hip line, impute a quarter of your hip circumference measurement plus 1 inch side seam allowance. Mine gives a total of 11 inches, so I'll mark it. I forgot to mention that I'm using the full length of the fabric, which is by 60. So at the end of the fabric, mark 2 inches less than the measurement placed on the hip line. You can reduce it more if you wish to make it more pencil at the bottom. So I'll mark 9 inches. Don't forget, when you are taking your full length measurements, don't forget to add your hemming allowance, okay? The next thing is to place the tape on the shoulder slope and mark your sleeve length. Remember, mine is 18 inches, so I'll mark it. Then draw a line down to the bust line. Now we have formed our sleeve opening. Connect the points on the bust line and waistline together. Then connect the points on the hip line to the waistline. From the side seam line, make a curve to connect the bust line, extending towards the sleeve, just as I'm doing. Move up your fabric. Now from the bottom of the gown, connect your point all the way up to the hip line using your straight ruler. We used a neck width of 3 inches. Now we'll be using 6 inches for the neck depth because we are making a V-neck for the front neckline. Depending on size or preference, use whatever neck depth is okay for you. For the back neckline, go down by an inch from the starting line and make your curve. Then go ahead to connect your line to form the front neckline. Right now, I'm just adding ½ inch sewing allowance on the shoulder. Starting from the back neckline, start cutting out your fabric. For the back bodies, place your fabric on fold and place the front bodies on top of it, making sure you pin the front bodies before you place on top to prevent it from sliding or shifting. Then cut out the back bodies. Move the back bodies out of the way and cut out the front neckline. I have here a small piece of fabric I'll be using for the neckline facing. I have folded it in two and placed the front body's neckline over it. Adjust it and cut out. Mark half of the measurement you have on the waistline, then cut starting from the side seams to the point you marked. Remove pins and spread the bodies. To form the twist on the front bodies, slide the right hand under the bodies and grab the left side with your right hand, twisting to bring it under to the right side, while also simultaneously twisting the fabric on the right side over to the left side using your left hand, just as I'm demonstrating it. Do the same thing again until the fabric is now right side facing up. Adjust the twist, then fold over the top of the bodies to face the lower bodies. At the cut, use your pins to hold in place and take to the machine to stitch and close with ½ an inch. This is what it looks like after stitching together. So now attach the facing to the neckline with your machine. To make the back facing, place a small piece of fabric or fold and place the back neckline over it at the fold. Cut out, then shape the facing. Place the facing on the neckline, pin, then take to the machine to stitch together. I am done stitching the facing to the back neckline. So the next thing we're going to do is to fold it over, but before we do that, we're going to snip it all the way around so that it will enable it to rest properly. Then we'll iron it flat. Do the same thing also for the front facing. Place the front bodies right side up, then place back bodies over it. Join at the shoulder and make sure you open up and align the stitch on the facing so that it matches up. Then pin to secure all the way to the sleeve opening. Do the same for the other side. Then we are going to stitch it at the shoulder. I have joined it at the shoulder, so this is what it looks like. You can see what the facing. Okay, so we're going to turn the facing over, fold it over like this. Okay, so trim out anything, any excess to prepare it for your hemming gum. Open up your gown, cut some hemming gum, place under the facing, fold in the edges of the facing and iron to close it up. Do this all round the neckline. Turn your fabric wrong side out and determine which side you want your slit to be. Measure whatever length you want. I am using 22 inches starting from the bottom of the gown up. Then take to the machine to stitch from the sleeves all the way to this mark, but for the other side, stitch from the sleeve all the way to the hem. To finish up our gown, you will fold in the sleeve opening by 1 inch, okay? Then you also go to the bottom of the dress, fold in by 1 inch all round. Then you finish up the slit also by folding in 1 inch on both sides, okay? When you are done sewing your dress, make sure you notch all around the dress so that it rests properly on the body. This is what it looks like right now. It came out really nice. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share with your family and friends, leave your comments, then above all subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.